Deuteronomy 18:6. V'chi yavo halevi me'achad sharecha mikol Yisrael, asher hu gar sham, uva bechol avat nafsho, el hamakom asher yivchar Adonai. So we begin today with a conditional key. So this would start if, and if the Levite here as the subject comes or enters. If the Levite enters, notice we've got a third masculine singular imperfect here. This is a call, and the verbal root is beit vav aleph. So we have that middle vav yod. Here we get the vowel written defectively with just the single holum instead of the holum vav. But this would be if the Levite enters or comes from one. Notice the min preposition here just briefly. Normally we get that dagesh here in the first root letter, but since it's a guttural letter, we reject that dagesh and lengthen the hirik under the min preposition to a sere, compensatory lengthening. From one of your gates, from all of Israel. So if he's coming from one of your gates, and then one of your gates is from anywhere in Israel, which he is sojourning there. Now, here we have a call participle. The verbal root is gimel vav resh, to sojourn. And remember, in the two vav yod verbs, the perfect and the participle are the ones that get these shortened forms and get an a vowel. This one is a participle because we have the subject fronted. He is sojourning there. And also the context makes more sense. But look at the next one. Here's another R2 vav yod verb, a hollow verb, right there with that vav in the middle of bo. But with the vav consecutive, this one is now the perfect. And so we have here, and he enters in any of the desire of his soul, and in is how I translated this bait preposition, but we might even think of it as an at temporally, maybe something like whenever his soul desires. Whenever there is a desire of his soul, he may go. Now, the next prepositional phrase is a little bit tricky here, to the place, because it picks up all the way back up here with yavo. And if the Levite enters to the place where the Lord now is the subject, the Lord will choose. Call imperfect third masculine singular of the verbal root beit chet resh. So the Levite here would come from one of the tribes, from all of Israel, the place where he's sojourning there. He can do it at his heart's desire, and he's going to come to the place where the Lord chooses.